Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Average Woman Podcast. I am that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today with another topic that is near and dear to my spirit. So today we want to talk about the telltale signs of a childish woman. Okay, if you want to know whether or not you're childish, I'm going to give you some tips and some hints and some clues to let you know that you're being childish. Okay, now the problem, I'm going to tell you how you got childish first before we get into that. You got childish because you was not corrected in the early stages of when you start developing into a young woman. A lot of things you got away with that you should have been checked on. So because you was allowed to just entertain your feelings and be all emotional, that's how you became childish, because you haven't evolved into what a woman is supposed to be, because you still lingering in that little girl mode, laughing and be thinking everything is a game and everything is funny. So basically you've stagnated yourself. All right, and that is, it's a problem, because unfortunately the kids learn from the mother, and if the mother is childish, then the kids are never going to grow up, and we got this endless cycle of the Peter Pan syndrome, where everybody is just full of rainbows and lollipops and ain't nobody taking nothing serious. So it's important that you understand that your frame of mind and how you see things in life determines the type of parent that you're going to be to your child. If you sitting up here ignoring facts, you don't want to, you still living lies yourself. What you think you're gonna breed at the house? Certainly not scholars. You're not gonna breed scholars. You're gonna breed problems and headaches for my children, and I really would like that to stop. If we begin to give our children something other than foolishness, maybe they might step the game up. Maybe not. I don't know. It just depends on, what that skeet was like that they was made on, because we gotta hold our kids to some kind of rules and expectations. But in order for us to have rules and expectations, we got to set them first with ourselves, and we don't have no kind of edit button for ourselves whatsoever. That's how you know we're childish. So the first thing that was a surefire telltale sign that you are childish is that you don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to talk to nobody. You don't know that it's like you don't know that you need to enunciate your words. You feel like you could talk like just with no kind of etiquette or nothing, and people supposed to still hold you with some kind of high regard, like you highly intelligent. No, if you can't even form simple words, if you can't form simple sentences, if you can't express yourself correctly, no one is going to take you serious. That shit is not cute. It's not sexy. It ain't none of that. You are simple-minded, and you need to sit down, get a book, get a dictionary, and learn how to enunciate and speak correctly. Because if you want to be taken serious as a woman takes her swagger serious. And the words that come out your mouth mean something, because your words tell the type of person that you are. If you're not able to communicate effectively and hold yourself accountable with your words, ain't nobody about to pay you no attention, because they know that you just full of shit. And we will be right back after these messages. Hey, thanks for listening to my podcast. If you ever wanted to have your very own podcast, I can tell you how to set it up right now. Anchor is an awesome app that's free to download. You can use its creation tools to edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast so that you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more other platforms. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenerships. And also, it has everything that you need in one place. All you need to do is go download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. I look forward to hearing your new podcast any day now. Thanks. And now back to the show. Hey everybody, and we are back. And today we're asking, are you a childish-minded woman? Are you childish-minded? Women cannot afford to be childish-minded. We are supposed to mature faster than men, which means we have to educate ourselves and step our game up, because we have to be able to understand what our children need and put our feelings aside. Like, by the time you start having kids, emotionally, you need to be straight. Because your kids don't understand mommy don't feel like doing something. Well, if mommy don't feel like doing something, then who the hell gonna do it? Because them kids can only get what you give them. So you need to be totally in tune with who you are and what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be behaving as a woman. All these games and foolishness that we be entertaining, we just stagnating ourselves and making ourselves look bad. That's why, we in those categories. But the second thing that you could do, the second thing that clearly tells you that you are a childish-minded woman, is you are a liar. You are a liar. You tell lies about everything. You tell lies about things you shouldn't even have to lie about. You don't even know what the truth is. And then when you hear the truth, you will turn the truth into a lie, which is super wicked. All right? So we definitely don't want to have, these women that's totally a big problem in our community with the lies that we live. We live so many lies. We honestly feel like people should ignore the fact that we're behaving improperly and still treat us like we are behaving like we're righteous queens. You're not a righteous queen if you are a liar. If you all in the midst of lies and drama and you keep a lot of foolishness going, you are a childish-minded woman, and no man should deal with you until you have learned your lessons and learn how to step your game up. Okay? Telling lies is for children. And we're parents. The parents are supposed to break the children out of line. We supposed to set an example. We not supposed to lie to our kids, and we not supposed to tolerate our kids lying to us. Period, point blank. We have to learn how to be more responsible as women and teach our daughters and our sons the right way, not smiling at their foolishness. Like everything is cute and everything. No, things are serious, and we need you to be serious, because when things hit the fan, we need y'all to step y'all game up to help us out. But how are they gonna help us out when we always laughing at their shortcomings and their foolishness? All right, so we got to do way better, mothers. We got to do way better. And I don't care about the fathers, because as I told you, I ain't got nothing to do with the men. This is a women's channel. I'm all about the women and what the Bible say we as women are supposed to be doing. And you have to stop talking stupid, saying all kind of silly stuff out your mouth. Telling lies is just ridiculous, because as a woman, you shouldn't have to lie. What kind of life is you living? You out here perpetrating a fraud if you can't stop lying. You know what I'm saying? Be an adult about your shit and hold yourself to some kind of standard. That way you ain't gotta lie. Your actions can meet up to what your words say. And that's very important, especially when you're trying to raise kids, because your kids gonna see who you are better than anybody else. And you always want to make sure you put forth good things to them. And with that, we'll be right back after these messages. Hey everybody, and we are back, and thanks so much for tuning in to the Average Woman Podcast. I am that lady, Miss Nicole, and today I'm asking you a question. Are you a childish-minded woman? Are you childish-minded? I'm giving you tips, hints, and clues that you are childish and you need to fix your shit. Okay, so just let's get it together. All right, so the final next thing that it absolutely shows you that you are a childish-minded woman is that you have no self-control. You have absolutely no self. Children do not have self-control. When they can't get what they want, they falling all out on the ground, hollering and screaming. They hooping and acting a fool. And you ain't no different. You out here in these streets, you fighting with women. You in these streets, you fighting with men. You in these streets, giving your body to everybody. You having sex all over the place. You don't care. You don't have no kind of edit button with yourself whatsoever. So yes, you are childish-minded, because a woman takes her swag and the way that she moves serious. A woman is not just going to allow herself to be out here in the streets half naked with her all her assets on display for everybody, disrespecting herself and dishonoring herself, thinking that some man is going to be attracted to her when she has clearly put herself out here to be the whore. No man is going to respect you. No man is going to love you. No man is going to honor you based on those actions and those behaviors. That's just not how it works. A man wants a woman that is control of herself. A man don't want a woman that is more thirsty for sex than he is. It's a turnoff. It's a turnoff for you to be hypersexual with all this sex on the brain. That's a turnoff for men, because they like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? What kind of freak monster is you? Don't nobody want the hoe for the wife. Don't nobody want to know that their wife been throwing her cooter 90 miles an hour going north, period. And believe it or not, your coochie do get terrible with time when you've given it freely all over the place. That thing don't stay the same. That damn thing don't start doing, it don't do nothing. Eventually it won't do nothing for you. They used to call you juice box, now they gonna call you desert. And that's just the plain, and that's how it is. I don't make the rules. I'll just have to abide by the rules. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be wary about what you doing with your body. What you doing? You getting all these cuts and bruises and scrapes and breaking this and hurting that and doing this, missing work, missing hours from your job because you got to bond yourself out of jail. You got to have control over yourself. You got to go home and really think about what's important. When you out here in these streets fighting with these women, that shit is not important. Ain't none of that got to do. There is no honor to be had with you putting your hands on somebody in the streets. The honor is when you come together and all three of y'all, or however many, 4 of y'all in a clique together, y'all come together and uplift yourself out of poverty through doing good deeds and working hard and building. That's honor. Not this stuff that y'all on out here in these streets. It ain't no honor among you women acting the fool and the colorful hair and don't nobody take you serious. And you're never gonna reach your full womanhood until you stop with the foolishness and embrace and really take your swagger serious and do better to step your game up. And with that, we'll be right back after these messages. And we are back, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Average Woman Podcast. Listen, make sure you go over to YouTube, like and subscribe, share my YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing some great things. I'm doing some great things now. I'm offering some different services for you guys. I'm going to be bringing that information out a little bit later on when everything is ready. But at this time, I'm going to give you my ultimate bonus clue that you're a childish-minded woman. If you are not modest with the way that you dress, you're childish. You're a childish woman. Because let me tell you something. Number one, you don't have to do all that to be seen. You coming out the door, you half naked, you got the attire of a harlot, but you expect the respect of a queen. It don't work like that. You got on the whore's uniform, you're going to be treated like the whore. That's just plain and simple. I see you girls out there, y'all hitting each other with your cars. You fighting like battle cats and animals. And all along, your titties popping out, your hair getting ripped out the sockets and all this other stuff. Where is the pride and the dignity and the honor behind that, y'all? There is no pride, no dignity, and no honor in embarrassing yourself, coming out with your ass all out in these men's faces like they don't know. She just wants somebody to pee in that. That's all you want. You just want somebody to pee on you and keep it moving, because you can't be out here putting yourself out like you want somebody to wife you, because a man is not going to wife a whore. He just won't. If he got any sense, he ain't. And so with you putting your booty all in his face and half dressing, showing him that you know how to get naked and you ain't got no shame about yourself, he instantly put you in that thought category. He gonna smash and dash. That's how they do you. So you need to learn to cover up yourself and have respect for yourself, because if you have on the attire of a harlot, you're going to be treated as such. You cannot put on a police uniform and then when the problems break off and people come in asking you for help, you holler about, don't judge me because of what I got on. Well, if you got on a police uniform, people gonna think you the police. Same thing with these outfits y'all have on. You know, No respectable woman is still going out to the clubs on Friday night and Saturday night. No respectable woman. Because you already know ain't no love in these streets. It's dangerous out here. If you cherish your life and if you feel like you got anything to lose, you definitely not going to be out here in these streets like it's safe these days. Y'all moves is bad. You don't know how to talk. You don't have no self-control. You know, you tell lies and you don't know how to communicate. So therefore, you are a child. And children need to be taught all those things. And you can't teach those things to your children if you don't know how to do it. That's why we have a lot of emotional men. That's why we have a lot of emotional females. Females out of order, men out of order, because mom is out of order. And if she's not carrying herself in a proper way, then the kid's not either. You can't teach. A dog cannot teach a cat how to be a dog, just like a cat cannot teach a dog how to be a cat. Just don't work like that. You only can teach and be what you are and who you are. And it's important. Excuse me. It's important that we remember that when we out here in these streets, putting our bad side first, clapping our hands and fighting all in front of our kids and having the police called on us. I mean, there ain't no honor in that, y'all. Get your act together and think about your actions before you do them. You know, if you don't know what the right words to say, just say, I don't know what to say. Okay? Until you learn the correct words to say, keep your mouth closed and don't talk so loud. You know? Keep your voice in a monotone standard. Don't raise your voice at nobody and be loud and obnoxious. Because the empty... because the empty wagon make a lot of noise. And when you ain't got nothing inside, you make a whole lot of noise for a whole lot of no reasons at all. And with that, I say shalom.